was late in the afternoon. I was browsing the internet looking for weird obscure games to add to my collection. And deep into my search, I decided to see what Dreamcast reproductions I could find, since the Dreamcast had a fairly large homebrewing scene behind it, so finding these isn't too particularly hard. And then that's when I saw it, Super Mario 64 DC. And after just one glance at the cover art, I knew I had to have this in my possession. So I bought it. And honestly, the fact that this exists at all is pretty hilarious to me. But at least now we can appreciate the box art that's printed on very cheap paper in the high detail. The finer arts with Ninjastar Compass. The first thing that glosses your eye of this riveting masterpiece is the background, made up of a stock photo of clouds with an MS Paint drawing of Bomb on Battlefield, complete with a stock image of sand being used as a ground texture. Truly remarkable. Let us not ignore the beautifully placed stock images of Mario enemies used to decorate the scenery, featuring a floating chain chomp in the distance to add flavor. Mario can be seen holding a second cap that has been given a monochrome filter over it, despite the fact that he is clearly already wearing a hat. But then there's the real centerpiece of the art, the logo. You can really admire the Mario 64 DS logo, where they cut out the DS portion of it and used a basic brush tool to hide that fact, and the default stock yellow font with the text DC is the icing on the cake really. And funnily enough, it says it's only for the Dreamcast, even though it clearly shows an N64 controller below it. This is peak art. As a bit of an aside, I don't really like the case that much. It's very flimsy and plasticky, but the paper label on the disc is honestly a nice touch. But that's enough about the artwork. What's really important is how it plays. So the first thing I see is a screen telling me to select the ROM, which is odd because you have to scroll through like 2 or 3 options to get to the first ROM. Anyway, I'll just select the US version. My logo reveal was a bit laggy, that's a bit odd. Oh god, what is that? I'm getting a bit of a feeling that this might not go very well. Yeah, I think this might take a while. I'm not even surprised by this point. Yeah, this is ungodly. Not only is the frame rate garbage, like actually unreal levels of bad, I actually sped up the gameplay this and it turns out the game runs at 1/6 of the original speed, so 5 frames per second. So you can imagine doing literally anything becomes significantly harder as a result. If that wasn't bad enough, the button mapping is bizarre as well. For some reason Z is mapped to the Y button and punch is mapped to the B button, which is confusing since L doesn't have anything mapped to it. Worst of all, the C buttons aren't mapped to anything, which means you have zero camera control at all, except for using Mario Cam, which is even more confusing since the D-pad yet again has no buttons mapped to it. So yeah, this version is almost unplayable, which is a bit of a disappointment, but it isn't unsalvageable. You see, because just for the meme of it, I decided to see if I could speedrun this version of the game, and it went about as well as you could expect. Okay, the first thing I should probably say that there's no game audio at all.
Really?
Yeah. Dear Mario. You know, the text is
It's like all the words are misspelled.
the text are white instead of black, so you can't see what it actually
Oh, what?
says.
Oh,
It's like you can barely see what it says.
That's funny.
Oh, okay, here he is. Let's go. Every spot that there's like a texture is just like filled in. So like his freaking sideburns is the entire side of his face.
Oh my god.
I actually wonder what the FPS is. It's probably like, honestly, like 2 per second, like 2 or 3 probably.
I might give it 4.
Gosh, so bad. We're finally gonna get our first star. 11 minutes in, 12 minutes in. God, this is gonna be horrible. At least we're at 16th done now, at least. That's something. I'm losing all the time save I have. Like, the amount of time it takes me to do the entire Womps is how long it takes me to enter Womps. Like, not even a joke.
Jesus Christ. There's no way you beat this, dude. There's no way.
I have to.
do a Alice you won't.
No, I won't. You're right. Oh no, I didn't make it. Okay, maybe I got enough height now. Hopefully.
Come on.
Make
dive.
it. No. Mario, oh my freaking god! I swear it's gotten more laggy, but I can't prove that. It's hard to tell. It's like the same. Switch ports to be like, it do be portable though.
I want to hear that in like
This
FPS.
I wish there was audio. You know how much funnier this would be with audio, but there's just no audio, so it's
It'd
just
probably be unbearable actually.
it's just boring. If there was audio, at least it'd be funny. Just hearing every single sound effect at like 2 FPS, that'd be great.
As if it like
Yeah.
played sounds at normal speed, but like just kept repeating it.
I want to hear that, but I can't. So I'm left with is nothing and just
Slide.
what the frick was that? For one frame, the texture was like super messed up. I don't know what just happened.
That was so weird. I just saw that.
I don't even know what just happened. God. I'm gonna go for the speedrunning strat because F it. I have nothing better to do anyway. Do I need a triple jump in order to do this? I don't think I do. Because it would be easier if I didn't.
The side flip wall kick?
Yeah. Like, I don't know if I need to do a triple jump when I could just do a side, like a 2 jump. Double jump. Okay, yeah, there we go. That works.
Nice.
Okay, good. I got one strat out of a million. Let's go.
Nice.
Do you think this is the way Nintendo originally envisioned this game would be?
Yeah.
With the alligators.
And then Reggie came along and was like, no.
Just, you know, before Reggie joined Nintendo,
That's how we got
he walked into the office.
They were showing this at like E3 and Reggie's like, as a fan, and he was like, no. Do you know the strat for this?
You mean cannon list?
No, if you time it right, you can hit the wall and then you'll land on the
I actually don't know that.
rotating platform. It's just a timing thing.
Oh. I'm not waiting for that.
I imagine it'd be like impossible with
I'm not doing that.
slow motion.
I think I did. Can I at least hit something?
Wow, are you gonna land on this?
No. I timed it too late. If I did it earlier, I would have.
I'm shocked that hit. You almost missed.
Yeah, I thought I missed, honestly, and I saw it hit.
That would have been the worst thing ever.
Yeah, because I would have had the respawn, and then that would have. Wow, we finally beat Once Fortress, and we took an hour. Man, if only I could actually move the dang camera.
You should reset. You're behind by an hour.
Yeah, you know, I probably should. Please. Yeah, first try. Frick you. God, progress. Woo. Huh? The game crashed. When a key spawned, there were too many particle effects for the game to run, so it crashed. I spent 2 hours getting to Bowser just for it to crash. 2 hours. 2 hours! So yeah, Mario 64 on the Dreamcast is kind of a disaster. Poor frame rates, questionable controls, and debatable legality. It really isn't worth playing at all. Even as a bit of a novelty, it fails, but I imagine most people wouldn't buy it for any purpose aside from being a nice shelf piece. But even then, the case isn't really in a good enough condition to do that. But yeah, at the end of the day, it is not recommended, unless you really want to torture yourself in a game you can't beat. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go